It's in my bag. Don't worry. And I still have it on me.
What we will figure it out. The good news is you'll be back, right? So
Yep.
the let me get this fixed. So what I want to do tonight, I actually want to go over some like serious how-to, some stuff in the app, some stuff on the computer, especially for the new people, because there's a lot of ways to make money right now without a license. And there's things that can be done. So I want to show you how to do that, even for some of the people that have been around for a minute that may or may not know how to do it or maybe not as efficiently. And then I want to kind of I want to talk bonuses and I want to show you guys how to leverage the military incentives that are going on right now. Because whether you realize it or not, it's actually way easier than you think to put yourself in a position to get a bonus right now when the military stuff is going on. All right. Because just do me a favor, put it in the chat. Some interaction will be helpful tonight. How many of you guys know at least one person right now who's in the military, has been in the military, is retired from the military, or is a spouse of any of those? I'll wait. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, right? Nine. So that over 10, right? Over half the people that are on the meeting right now know someone that is in the military. Now, here's another thing to think about, especially from a military spouse perspective. Do you think it's very easy for them as they move around every couple of years to get a job? Like if they have to start over completely, do you think that's easy for them or is that kind of difficult? Probably kind of difficult. If you don't want to hear it from me, talk to Jen Sutherland, talk to Emily Haynes, talk to Angela Weber. They're all three military spouses right now, right? And may I'll probably have them talk here in a minute, to be completely honest. But for real, like it's not easy. And so if you gave one of those people the opportunity to get a license basically for free for 25 bucks, and it can follow them to whatever state that they go to, they can get another license for that state. And all they have to do is paperwork and pay whatever that state fee is, right? They don't have to take any more tests. They don't have to do anything, right? Matt just did it. He left Florida, went to Indiana. We got an Indiana license for him. That's it. Now they can be in a position to make money, right? How grateful do you think that they would be for that opportunity? It's sort of like a financial life jacket, guys. Like if they whether they need it or not, it's an option, right? It's something that they can turn on. It's a way for them to produce cash, right? Worst case scenario, government shuts down. Hello, right? There was no guarantee that the military was going to get paid. They did, right? Congress, president, everybody saw to that, but there was not a guarantee. Government shutdown happens, people aren't like working, they're furloughed. They would want a way to be able to turn that income on. It's a financial life preserver. That's the best way to think about it. Okay. Especially for you guys right now that are in your bonus window, who's brand new and in a bonus window? Like you're getting your license, you're eligible for a field training bonus right now, right? Izzy, Aurora, a couple other people that are here for sure, right? Lisa, you're definitely eligible for a bonus. Guys, like you are the ones really that I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, at least 100%. You're eligible for a bonus, right? If you log into your Primerica app and you see that 50 bucks sitting there, like you're in your field training bonus window. We're going to go over some of that tonight too, just so we can kind of fully understand everything that's going on there. Let me sort of like peel back the curtain, right? It's like the Wizard of Oz moment. If you recruit somebody into the business, you bring them in, especially on the military side, and it's just 25 bucks, they don't have to do anything in the business for you to get the credit for them coming into the business. They don't have to get licensed. They don't have to produce anything. They don't have to come to a single meeting. They don't have to do anything. But that recruit credit will still go underneath you once everything processes and it's there and it sets you up for a bonus and a promotion. Here's another secret. The bonus money is not my money. It's Primerica's money. I want you to take as much of Primerica's money as you can. Is that fair? I'm here for it, guys. Like I just want you, I want you guys to get a huge, crazy big bonus. because it's kind of like bragging rights, right? Like when one of you guys goes out and gets a massive like $1,000 or $1,200 bonus, I can point to that and say, look, our guys did it, right? The RVPs, if you haven't figured out, we're highly competitive people, like ridiculously competitive. And so we love talking trash to each other, right? It's a totally separate text, right? It's iPhones only. So if you got an Android, well, you might have to. Yes, that was a dig directly at Angela Weber, just so you guys know. Probably trailing too. But for real, like we talk trash with her all, but it's sort of like sibling rivalry, right? But yeah, when you guys go out and crush it, I love it because I say, look, she did it. He did it, right? And so it's not my money. I want you guys to get all of it. And so think about it. If you know like two or three military people right now, recruit them, bring them on, it's $25. Think about it like this. Even if you knew five and you recruited five yourself and you paid all of their IBA fees, right? $25 for each person. That's five people that you brought in. If we go look really quick, what does that give you a bonus potential for? If every recruit and every thousand in premium is a $200 bonus and you recruit five, you're at a potential for $1,000 bonus and a 60% contract. And it costs you what, $125? Even if you paid all of them. Most of them, if you just ask them for a favor, they're not going to care, right? And that's really kind of how you have to look at it. But here's the other thing that happens too. You might accidentally stumble into somebody that wants to do the business, and all you were asking them to do was do you a favor and help you out. You never know. Somebody might go, well, what is it? What do you actually do? Oh man, I'm so glad you asked, right? I'm so glad you asked. If you really want to know, we just hop on a Zoom call? I'll show you what that looks like. If you're not comfortable yet, and if you're brand new, you shouldn't be. Use one of the field trainers, let them do it for you, right? Your job is smile and nod and take notes. Let them do it for you. And then after you've seen it a few times, if you feel comfortable, then yeah, for sure, knock yourself out. But you just never know who's going to be interested, right? Lisa's here because I went and put a comment on an old post and said, hey, update, military licensing is free this month. And she reached out and said, hey, I'm a nerd. I love to learn. What can we do? And it's free. Sign me up, right? Why not? Lifelong learners, guys. Like you might just run into some of those people. They might just want to be silent partners. Perfect, right? Help them get a license, help them get some education in money and finance. You never know what's going to happen. Listen, this is a business where we don't judge anybody on the outside in terms of if you want to give it a shot, I'm here for it. I'm not going to say, oh, you're not the right age, you're not the right demographic, you don't have this and that degree. No. The youngest person ever in this business to make $1 million a year, his name is Mario. Mario Arizon, right? He's actually like four levels hierarchy wise away from us, but he's one of our mentors in the business. Him and his wife Franny started the business at 18 and 19 years old, and by 27 had made $1 million a year and have been in the business of Primerica since then consistently. They own multiple Primerica businesses at this point, and across all of their codes, right, all of their businesses combined, they're collectively making somewhere around 5 million a year, and they're 39. Mario might have just turned 40. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? But it's possible. But there's still to date, they're the youngest $1 million a year earners in company history. Andy and Brittany were the fastest, just over 6 years. Mara's the youngest. Andy and Brittany were the fastest. Before Andy and Brittany, it was Ian and Jessica Pruckner. So if you've ever listened to like the appointment setting audio or anything like that, that's Ian. Ian's another one of our mentors in the business. And they were the fastest to 1 million until Andy and Brittany beat them. My goal is to beat Andy and Brittany, right? We're just over 3 years right now. Andy and Brittany did it in 3.5 or 6.5, roughly. So we got about 3.5 years to beat them. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. But in order for that to happen, well, one, I either need to do like one massive securities trade, or the more appropriate way is that we build like three or six more regional vice presidents and we get massively wealthy together. That's the more appropriate way because that means it's going to last. But I'm not going to turn down a massive trade if it happens. Just saying. Right. Just saying. So, any questions on any of the like ins and outs of the military recruiting stuff right now? I'm going to pull up the actual like software and show you guys how you can do it yourselves. if you want to, because you don't need one of us to just call it take an IBA, right? You can do it yourself. You can do it from your phone, or you can do it from the actual computer. So let me go the long way, right? So if you're logging into POL, there's two ways, sort of like any good way on a computer, right? There's two, three, maybe five ways to do it. And so if you log on to the computer, you can pull up the app. If you're brand new and still in your field training bonus window, your app is going to load first, and you'll see your bonus page and all that stuff right here. So if you log in and you click these three lines on your, and this is be from your phone as well, right? Turbo apps for here, like for licensed agents, is right at the top. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but if you're still in your field training bonus, you need to go down to tools, and your turbo apps is down here somewhere under tools, right? Like Izzy, I can see you, and do me a favor, pull up your phone and uh go to your turbo apps really quick. Is that accurate? Is your turbo apps under your tools? Zoom user, the military special ends at the end of November production, right? And so I'll pull that up to tell you exactly what day it is, but the sooner the better is the answer, right? Not for it to end, for you to bring somebody into the business. Especially when we start thinking about next week. We have Thanksgiving coming next week. Do you think it's going to be easier or harder to start getting in front of people next week around like Wednesday? Harder, right? There you go. So Turbo Apps is under tools. So if you're brand new, you're in your field training bonus window, right? Click the three lines, come down here and click tools. And somewhere down here, you will see this thing called Turbo Apps. Okay. So click Turbo Apps. Some of these things may or may not show up for you. And it's simply because you're not life licensed yet. So if you don't see life, policy change, or mutual funds, don't worry about it. Once you're licensed, life and policy change will show up. Even if it's there, if you click it, you can't do anything with it. Okay. We're going to talk about all these tonight, but right here, IBA, Independent Business Application, it's what all of us did to get here. Okay. If you come in, let me get rid of this because that doesn't even need to be there. So it should look something like this for you if you're brand new. If right here you just hit start, boom. You can do a practice one. If you haven't done a practice one yet, do it. Click it. You can't screw it up. You literally can't hurt it, right? Click it. Or if you want to just like mess around, like say some of you guys have a military spouse or a military friend, and you're like, dude, can you help me out? I got to get some training. I got to get familiar with the software. Can we just do this really quick? Hello, there you go. There's an in, right? New contact. Select the state that the person is in, not you, the person, right? So like Izzy is in Virginia, for example, right? So I would click Virginia. Pretty sure we all want to do this in English, but if you speak Spanish and they speak Spanish and they're more comfortable in Spanish, you can do it in Spanish as well. If you don't speak Spanish, I would highly recommend not clicking that button, right? And then it's like for me, like if I'm doing this right now and I'm recruiting someone and I'm recruiting them to me, I will leave this alone. If I'm going to recruit somebody, say to Aurora, right? Because I can see Aurora, I would change rep and then I would just see, I think her last name. Town. There we go. All right. And then Aurora, your name is changing tomorrow, right? So they sent us that back, and so we're getting that fixed. So guys, here's another one, right? If you screw up somebody's name or you screw up something on an application, it ain't the end of the world. Get their driver's license. We'll send an email into what we call coding, and boop, they'll fix it, right? Takes like 24, maybe 48 hours at the most. Fixed. Easy, right? Nobody dies. It's okay, right? So click that. Now I'm doing this as if I'm Aurora. So she's going to get the credit for this if I were doing it just, for her. Now, if you're doing it for yourself, just don't change it, right? Guys, it's all self-explanatory. Fill the information in, answer the questions. They sign the DocuSign, they pay the 25. Please use a debit or credit card. If you use a bank account, it will work, but it will take like 4 to 5 days for it to actually process. There's a whole lot of like banking information that has to get verified. It won't move your bonus for probably 4 to 5 days. But if you use a debit or credit card, the credit is instant. Okay. So just so you know. Now, I can't go past this without actually filling in information. But if you do the practice app, you can click through as much as you want. Okay. So let me go back really quick. Practice. And then so you click like toggle that on and then hit new contact. And now we're in practice mode. We can go till the cows come home, right? We can do whatever the heck we want. You cannot recruit somebody in Canada. Primerica is a business in Canada, but you have to be in Canada to recruit somebody in Canada. Same for Hawaii. You can't recruit anybody in Hawaii. You can't recruit anybody in Puerto Rico, Guam, Virgin Islands, even though those things show up. Okay. You can't do it. Only people in those places can do it. The Primerica business exists there. We cannot recruit anybody in those places as people that live on like the mainland. Okay. So just so you know. Any questions on the IBA stuff, guys? I'm just going to kind of click through this here really quick so everybody gets to see this. Like full name, are you completing it over Zoom? If you're not, then hit no. If they're working or not, hit yes or no, right? And then most people have never been anything inside of Primerica before, right? So usually that's going to be a no. Oh God, they're gonna actually make me fill this up. I'm not gonna fill this out. You guys get the point, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. There are weird state little isms though. Like I'll use Florida for example, because that's where I'm at. If somebody works for a funeral home or works for the VA in the state of Florida, they cannot have a life insurance license, right? Weird. South Carolina is a funeral home one too. I think Michigan asks if you work uh funeral home or for like the DMV. There's weird stuff, but it's all because insurance is a state controlled, state regulated thing. Okay. Zoom user, can you do me a favor? Can you change your name on Zoom so we know who you are? And so let me go all the way back out just to kind of walk you guys back through, right? On the app, go to tools. And for you, if you're not licensed yet, Turbo Apps. IBA is up here at the top. That's independent business application. And then once it loads, you just start a new one. And before you add a new contact, you just hit start a practice app. Now it's going to walk you through every screen, just like if you were filling it out, but it will not let you go through with payment information and it won't let you actually send a DocuSign, obviously. Okay. So funny story here, practice app exists in the life app as well if you're once you're life licensed. And one of Andy's very first life insurance policies that he wrote took him like 2.5 hours. He did it in practice mode, and then he had to redo the whole friggin' thing. So just just pay attention before you actually start clicking around, okay? Let me go back to the app because I want to show you guys a couple of other things as well. Because did you guys know that in most states you can get paid for home and auto referrals and Legal Shield and identity theft and Vivint referrals? Yes, big ones, right? So legal protection, identity theft. Like guys, and guess what? You can refer yourself for all of these things as well if you want to use them or if you need them, right? Like if you need a will and you don't have one yet, you should probably go do it when you're going to get paid to do it. The commission that you're going to get is going to cover the first month cost of the legal shield anyway. And oh, by the way, not that I want you to, but if you signed up, got all of your legal documents done, and then canceled Legal Shield after that, the legal documents are yours. If you quit paying, you just don't have access to the service anymore, but you still have the legal documents. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. So legal protection, if you click that guy and click agree, it's going to take you straight over to the PLPP website. So personal legal protection through Primerica. Pick the state that the client's in, you're logged in your system, it's automatically going to give you Rep ID credit, right? For the commission and everything else. And pretty simple. Haley, can you like later on, can you kind of like walk everybody through for South Carolina people, like the licensing costs that are being waived right now? So South Carolina is a weird state where if you don't have, and Virginia, you have to have a license in order to refer people for Legal Shield. So right now, though, Primerica is waiving it. So also, there's bonuses going on right now for Legal Shield and identity theft, guys. If you do three, meaning a Legal Shield and identity theft, and maybe one other Legal Shield or identity theft, or three Legal Shields, three identity, it doesn't matter. You make a $75 bonus right now. Right now, you're going to get the commission for it, and you're going to get the bonus if you do three. If you just did three identity thefts, I think that'd be like $30 a month or like 11, 10 or 11 bucks a month. Listen, you could pay three different people's first month of their identity theft. You're going to get the commission, it's going to pay it back, and you're going to get a $75 bonus. Would you trade 30 for like 115 or 120? Like if I walked up on the street and handed you 30 bucks, or you handed me 30 bucks and I handed you back like 120, would you take it? I would, right? Why not? Why not? And guys, it applies for you at every level. It doesn't matter because the commissions are a little higher at, the higher contract level you're at. So you might make even more money plus the bonus. I actually just thought about that on the identity theft side of things. You can help three people with identity theft, pay for their identity theft, get paid, and get the bonus out of it. That's crazy. That's crazy. So identity theft is the exact same as the legal shield, right? They're part of like the same family of things. And you just pick the state, sign them up. Guys, and I'll go through some of these. Yeah, that's you mean the cost for it, Lisa, or is it the bonuses? You can unmute yourself. Just it's fine. Oh, the bonus is just this month. So like it ran last month, but it's just this month on these. And so let me kind of show you guys, right? So auto and home and identity theft. So these are like the individual ones. For the auto and home, on the third referral that you do this month, and then every referral after that, it's an extra $75 and a bonus commission. So like right now, if you called and you were happy and you saved and switched on your own car insurance, that's one. Your brother calls and switches and he's happy, that's two. On the third one that switches, you get paid the commission if you're eligible for that state and a $75 bonus every single time. Unlimited, literally unlimited, right? Everybody should be calling this month and just checking and seeing if home and auto is a good deal for you through Answer Financial. The opportunities do change every month. Sometimes they don't do any of this. Sometimes they don't do any of this. We did this last month, and I didn't think they would bring it back, and they brought it back for this month. I will be very surprised if they bring it back for December. Every month when the production month rolls over and starts over, a new one of these presentations is dropped out there, and they do a whole show from home office about like announcing what it is. And so we never know until it's announced. So let me move this back over here. And then the last one, right? So home and auto referral. So still in the app, still like literally you could be doing all of this on your phone, right? Out and about, having a conversation, all this on your phone. Home and auto referral. This is new. So like for the OGs, if you haven't done this recently, it used to just keep you logged in, right? Well, let me see if it changed now. Good Lord. And it never saves my password. It annoys the bejesus out of me. So hang on. If you've if you've never logged in here before, Lord have mercy. You'll just have to register for the first time. Come on. 351. There we go. Okay. Lord. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So if I'm in here right now, guys, and I hit refer client, it's going to ask me very simply, what do they want? Home and auto or small business? You can do both, right? So auto and home. And if you're referring somebody for auto and home, your information once you register is going to live in here. Very easy. How do you want to get notified? Text, probably, right? Add client. Let's do this live. Is there anybody right now that has not called and checked on their own home and auto yet that would like to get a call tomorrow, right? Well, I don't want to do this. I want you to do it yourselves, but like you will see this. Because I want you guys to get the credit for it. Yeah, Emily, do it, girl. Right? Go in there. And Emily, I think you're in a state now where you can actually get paid for it. Let's double check. Emily, aren't you? Or you're in Mississippi. Never mind. Never mind. So, real quick overview, the gray states, if you're in that gray state and you call and refer a client or yourself, right? Doesn't matter. You're going to get paid. If the client's in a gray state, the vehicle, the home, whatever is in a gray state, you will get paid. Okay. Me, I'm in Florida. I'm in a red state. That means there's a law that precludes a rep from getting a commission unless they have a property and casualty license, meaning home and auto. Okay. But if I have clients in Florida, do you think I withhold the opportunity for them to save money just because I won't get paid for it? Absolutely not. Here's why. If the client can go save 100 bucks a month or more, right? Even if it's just like 50, 60 bucks a month, if they can save that on a home and auto policy or even just car, well, that's another 50, 60 bucks a month that they have to invest. That's another 50, 60 bucks a month that they have for maybe a life insurance policy that they didn't have before. That's enough to cover a legal shield and an identity theft plan. Guys, there's so many ways that we are able to help clients. It's kind of crazy. And the nice thing about it is sometimes if you were just a life insurance agent and you got in front of somebody, you might not be able to help. But now that you have the ability to do a lot of different things, because Primerica does so much, right? Most of you have sat with me, you've seen this before. Look at all of the things that we have access to, right? Like, yes, this says Primerica in the middle, but you mentally should be thinking that that's you in the middle because if somebody comes to you, they have access to all those things. Whether you're licensed for it or not, initially, it's fine. Don't worry about it, right? Because the goal is to help the client. The goal is to get the word out about what you do and what the company does, right? You got to remember this is an outbound business, right? It's a conversation business. You want to have a conversation with somebody. You want to be able to sit down and show somebody what this is. And think about this, guys, we're one of the only companies that has access to where our agents can be licensed for three separate trillion-dollar plus a year industries: life insurance, mortgages, and investments. Every year generate more than $1 trillion of revenue individually. And you can be licensed for every single one of those. That's wild, right? That's life-changing. So you have access to all this, plus all of these client solutions is what we call all of those little guys out there. No license required in most situations for those. Okay. So let me go back to this, right? This is what you need to go fill out. Like I said, if you have not registered for this yet, go register. That way you can go in and set this up for a client. But just for giggles, right? I'm gonna set it up as Angela Weber. I'll just use my email. Who cares, right? See, as soon as I put in my zip code, it automatically popped up and it said, "Hey, you can't get paid for this." So that's kind of cool. So Angela, what's your zip code? Oh, you're muted, girl. What's going on? Yeah, you're muted. Put it in the chat. And I'm using,
Mine's 36274.
okay, I was using Angela. Okay, Matt, there you go. 46798. I'm using Matt because Matt is in Indiana. See how it didn't pop up and give me that crazy thing where you can't get paid? Matt's in a gray state, right? And so language, Matt likes English. What do they want? Home, auto, renters, right? Did you guys know we could do renters insurance? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So Matt probably wants auto, maybe home, maybe renters. I don't know, right? Pick all of it. Don't pick home and renters because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? They either own their home or they've got renters insurance. And so now we would pick an appointment, date and time. Oh, it didn't like that. It's not happy with me. You get the point though. And it's going to give you days and hours. It's going to give you an hour block, right? It's going to say like 5 to 6, 6 to 7. They're usually open in most places from 8 or 9 a.m. till 7 or 8 p.m. in local time. Okay. And they're open on Saturdays. And so, guys, if you do it this way, they're going to get a call. Just tell the person, hey, Matt, you're going to get a call on Friday around between 5 and 6. It'll probably be a number you don't recognize. Do me a favor, take that call, even though I know you normally wouldn't. Sound good? Because you wouldn't want to miss that call that could maybe save you like $1,000 a year, would you? Right? Guys, think about that. If you tell somebody that, they're probably going to answer that phone. Hey, do me a favor, throw it in your calendar. That way you have a reminder you're expecting that call. Be somewhere where you've got your access to your declaration page, right? For your car insurance, meaning you know your VIN, you know your deductible, you know your coverages, because I want you to get actual like apples to apples comparison, right? And then I know Webbs is out there. She's probably putting it out in the chat in Telegram. Webbs, you can put it here in the Zoom chat as well. Will you drop the answer financial blurb if you haven't already? Oh, it's already there. Okay, perfect. Already done. I know, I know. Guys, here it is as well. There's the, in case you haven't seen it yet over in Telegram, but that's what we're talking about. That's like for some reason, if you can't get this working or somebody is just like, yeah, just give it to me, I'll do it. Are they really going to do it? Maybe, maybe not. But worst case scenario, keep this handy. That way you can send that out where it says insert your rep ID, right? Just put your actual agent number, rep ID in there and keep that handy. That way you've got it forever. You don't have to mess with it. All right. Let's see, back to the app. Anything in here? Okay, so IBA, we already went over that. Auto and home referrals, we just went through that. Legal and identity theft. Let's go back and hit on these bonuses here really quick. Just real quick, right? Let's take Matt, for example, because Matt's in Indiana. If Matt did 2 referrals for home and auto, an auto referral is about $100 and a home referral is about 95. So if Matt did a successful switch for somebody and they did both, that's 195. If he did it again, it's another 195. All right. So he's already at what? 390 in commission. He does it the third time, he's going to make, and it doesn't have to be both. It just has to be one or the other, right? It just has to be one or the other. And then third time and beyond that he gets a successful one, bonus. Here's the fun part too. If you're in a state that you normally could not get compensated directly, you'll get the bonus. If you do 2 and you didn't make any money, but client's happy, great. On the third one and beyond for the rest of the month, bonus. That's a heck of a deal. If you normally wouldn't make any money on it, do it now because the bonus is there. I cannot promise you it'll be there next month, right? I can't. Let me show you real quick on the identity theft stuff what I mean um, by the price for the identity theft stuff because man, I just thought about that. I might just go pay for 3 people's identity theft just to get the friggin' bonus myself. That's crazy. Here, let's look at the comp really fast. Right? If you're a brand new rep and you paid somebody's like $11 for their identity theft, you'd make 24. You do it 3 times, you just made $72 and a $75 bonus. Guys, that's almost $150 and you're out of pocket like 30. Oh, it's $17 a month. I'm sorry. Right. So you're still $7 ahead every single time you do it, plus you're about to get a $75 bonus. I could have swore the identity theft was only like $11. I'm gonna go look at that real quick. Let's just go play around. That's Legal Shield, right? So there's 3 levels to Legal Shield, and then identity theft. There you go. Here, individual, $11. It does not have to be the platinum version. You can do the individual level, $11. You could do 3 of them jokers. That's $33. You're going to make 24 on each one. So you're going to double your money and you make a $75 bonus. That's crazy. Just saying. Just saying. How many guys do you know right now that have ever had somebody like have their identity hacked, stolen, something, and they wish they had some sort of way to help with that? There you go. That's the easiest way to do it. And now you can get paid for it. Right? Now you can get paid for it. I knew it did not have to be 17 a month. I knew there was a cheaper way. So we might start looking at that just to get some people some identity theft just to get the bonus because selfishly, right? If we do 6 on the team for the entire team, we just do 6, the whole base shop is going to make a $500 bonus. Guys, if you do this and you contribute, I'll split the bonus out. I don't care. I'm serious. You get your bonus, you'll get your commission, I'll split the bonus out. I'm just saying. I've already got one. I did a legal shield earlier this month. I already got paid for it. Let's go. Hey, look, even if you thought you might need some identity theft and some legal shield, if you don't have a will, there's 2. Go do one more, pay for somebody's identity theft to make a $75 bonus. Just saying. I'm just saying.
You know what? Do we have a slide that shows the difference between what we offer and like LifeLock to kind of show a client what's the difference in coverages?
That's a good question. I don't know if we can I don't know if we can legally sort of like pick apart another company's product. Um, you could do a little bit of research on your own, but I don't think from a corporate perspective, Primerica is able to have something that says, hey, this is what we do. And oh, by the way, look how bad those guys are. It doesn't like it's not a political campaign, right? We're not allowed to do that. Um, Now you could sort of compare on your own and say, hey, I looked at these different things and our version of identity theft does XYZ. I've looked at the other ones that they do basically the same thing, but it's like four times the cost. That's what I would do because in reality, that's probably pretty accurate, right? Um, and sort of back to this, right? Like on the individual side, like I would seriously like I'm probably gonna go do this myself. I'm probably gonna go find three people that I can just knock out these for and pay the $30 for a month, get the bonus and just cancel it after that. Why not? Yeah, and then if they want to keep paying, they can pay it, but I'll shoot them the little like the initial $11 to get it started. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. At the end, right? Remember, the bonus money is Primerica's money. It ain't my money. Let's go get more of it. Right? I would love for you guys to get that. For right now, let's see. I think that's about what I wanted to cover for the most part. Um, that's the bonuses. That's like the promotions that can come from the bonuses of the like the IBAs and that sort of thing. Let me hit this really quick. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Because I want to make sure everybody understands that in order for you to get a bonus and in order for you to get essentially your life cost of your life license, like reimbursed that piece of it, you have to do the minimum, right? And the minimum is 1 by 1, meaning you have to have a direct recruit and you have to have at least 1,000 in premium. Okay. If you get licensed and then you're outside of your fast start window, in order to get that same promotion, that same 35% contract, look what you have to do. You have to do 3x the work. Would you rather wait and have to do 3 times the work or do it now when it's as easy as it's ever going to be? Personally, I'm taking now, right? Oh, by the way, here's a cool thing. If you look at most of you guys that are like bonus eligible right now, I didn't even realize this until the other day because it's not something that got advertised very well. Some of you guys have like an extra $50 bonus potential just hanging out, right? So let's look at my buddy Griff really quick. Bum, bum, bum. And I'm only using him because I knew it was there, right? So pre-licensing bonus. So he's been in for 2 weeks. He came in the very beginning of November. He's got 16 days left just to finish pre-licensing. Okay. This doesn't say get licensed. This is pre-licensing. In the first 30 days, they're going to add an extra $50. Well, guess what? If you came in the month of November, there's a good chance that this is on yours as well. Finish your pre-licensing within the first 30 days. If you're going to do it anyway, make an extra $50. So when you look at his bonus page, right? What does Griff need in order to get his bonus? He's shorter recruit, right? So he's 0 out of 1, so he needs 1, and he needs enough premium to get over this $1,000 mark. Doesn't have to be a lot over it. He just needs a little bit over it, right? And so that's going to set him up for a $300 bonus potential. Okay. So one recruit and $263 in premium minimum. Now, like if we're looking at like literally the minimums, like 263, like how do we figure this out? Well, 263 divided by 12. We need a policy that's $22 a month. That's it. I mean, that's like, I don't know, like somebody getting like a $50,000 policy that's like 20. It would literally be that cheap, and we could help him get that. So for those of you as well that are new and you log in and you see this my outstanding licensing stuff, we'll just do a little bit of training right now, right? If you click this, it'll pop up. There's a bunch of stuff in here that you can't do yet, right? So he's in Florida, so he can go do this, but he can't do fingerprints. He can't submit a copy of his life license yet. He can't submit a pass or a fail notice yet because he hasn't done those things. So literally the only thing that he could go in and do is this Florida questionnaire and the third party access. Now, most of your guys' stuff don't have a third party access here. So let me grab somebody else just for giggles.
So, Ricolas, because it shows she's met that first mark and it shows it growing.
Sweet. That's what.
It's Makins, Makins.
Thank you. So here's somebody who's got a bonus that's moving, right? And so she's got her first teammate and she's got two policies. She, like one night after I did some training, she goes, I need to knock that out for me and my husband, or me and my fiance, or whatever it was, right? So she went and got those policies knocked out. Your own stuff counts, right? And it's in there. And so now she's set, all she needs is one more recruit, and she's going to be at a 450 bonus. Then one more policy of what, 800 AP, so 65, $70. It's going, right? And it just keeps going. And then she's got a few outstanding documents as well. But same thing, right? Let's go in and knock those out. The biggest one that I want you guys to go do if you haven't done it yet is this one, the NAIC document. So NAIC is National Association of Insurance Commissioners. It's a uniform app, meaning it's the same for all states because there's a page on there that has like literally all 50 states on it, but your state is pre-checked. A bunch of the information is already pre-filled in. The only thing that you have to do is go and fill in some personal information again and answer all of the background questions. For most of you, the answers should all be no because it's the whole like felony liens and all that kind of nonsense again. The only thing that you can screw up on here is the work history information. Okay. Guys, reach out to Angela Weber. She's our licensing specialist. If you need help, if you're afraid of screwing something up, text her, get on, like hit her up in Telegram, do something, and just set up a quick one-on-one with her for like 10 or 15 minutes and go over all this stuff. That way, you know it's done right the first time. Let me give you one little tip really fast because the thing that usually gets screwed up is when you're putting in work history. Okay. If you've been working at the same place for the last 5 years, don't worry about it. Right. If you've been unemployed for the last 5 years, don't worry about it. But what most people mess up is when you have like a few jobs in the last 5 years, right? Because there's a from and a to when we're talking about dates. Okay. So let's say you started working somewhere in, October of 24 and you're still working there now, right? So to present, or it might make you use like an actual year, date and year. So just put November 25. Okay. Now, the next place that you worked before that, let's say you started, I don't know, like January of 22 or 21, right? Now, the to date has to be exactly this date. Okay. They have to match. This has to match this, meaning there can be no gaps. I don't care if there's like a few days or a few weeks in between, just absorb the time. No one's going to check. Nobody cares. Right. And because really what it comes down to is like you just need to make sure that there's no gaps and you only have to go back 5 years. Okay. So like the next one down, you would like the farthest back we need to go is November of 20. So if you started working somewhere in, I don't know, March of 19, perfect, right? Well, the next one is to January of 21. See how that works? How they go like in diagonals? You can't screw it up as long as you follow that methodology. And if you were a student or unemployed or a stay-at-home parent, you got to account for that time too. Okay. Again, if there was a couple of gaps or like a month or two here and there, you were like in between jobs, just absorb it into like a month here and a month there in terms of the start and stop time. Does that make sense? Any questions on that before I get rid of this screen? There are no stupid questions because if you mess that up, they're going to kick it back and you have to do it all over again anyway. Yes, no, maybe.
I would save it just in case you need to fix it because it's a lot of typing.
Yeah, it is. Now, if you do it in the app, it's just a pure DocuSign. It's very easy, right? And then it's going to go in automatically, sign now, it's off to the races, right? Other things that are in here, guys, when the time comes, right? You can, where it says upload now for fastest processing, if you click that from your phone, it'll let you take a picture of the document and you can upload it right there as a picture. Very easy, right? The majority of things that you need to do can be done from your phone. Okay. If you ever have a question, like don't hesitate, but the majority of it can be done straight from your phone. So if you just scroll, like you log in and you just scroll down a little bit, there's all sorts of stuff like just waiting for you. Just click the next one and move on. And again, if you ever have questions, don't hesitate, right? That's what I'm here for. That's what Angela's here for. Whoever your field trainer is, that's what they're for. That's our job, right? Our job is to help you be successful. So let us is really what that comes down to. Um, that's all I have for tonight. Unless there's any questions, guys, if there's specific questions, I'm more than happy to answer all of those. Um, anything? Yeah, that's a great point. There are no bad questions because the chances are, like, if you're thinking it, somebody else is thinking it, and they just don't want to ask. Guys, this is not like a Tuesday or a Sunday where we got a couple hundred people. It's fair game, right? It's free chicken. Anybody can ask. And if you got to go, right, by all means, go for it. The recording for this will get posted in Telegram here shortly as well.
I
So
just sent you a
I,
screenshot of what the text like link said for the PLPP South Carolina license. I
Mhm.
haven't been able to figure it out, so maybe if we could look at it together, and see. Because what you sent me a screenshot of about not paying is it was saying that it would go to the pay center, but this doesn't even have like payment stuff on it.
Haley, what I'll ask you to do is reach out to somebody at home office tomorrow and get smart on that because I'm not going to pretend to know all of the ins and outs of that. Guys, if you ever have a question and one of us doesn't have the answer, we're just going to call home office. Like straight up. All right. Lisa, what's your question?
Thanks. I was wondering for the military for this month, I know that it's just the $25,
Mhm.
but do they still count as a recruit if they choose they just want to sign up and be my friend and help me out and not pay the $25? Does that still count, or should I just pay their $25?
Just pay their 25 bucks. You're going to essentially pay 25 and get 200 in a bonus
Okay.
when we get the premium to go with it.
Okay.
Totally worth it, right? Totally worth it.
Okay.
And then track that 25 as a business expense, right? It's a licensing sponsorship. Write it off later.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
Thank you.
So guys, start keeping track of all of your like business expenses too, right? So your internet, your cell phone bill, like a whatever your office space is in your house now, that square footage counts against your utilities and like all of it, right? Like, and if you don't have anybody that's ever helped you with self or you've never had anything self-employed before when it comes to taxes, ask because there are all sorts of different ways to take deductions, right? Yeah, miles for driving to events. Like, guys, everything. There's so many things that before were just expenses, they were just life costs. They're now like business expenses, right? Because you're self-employed and you have a business. And so a lot of those things that in the past were just costs now can be write-offs. Okay. So what else? Anything?
The uploading of the ID. I know you went over it this
Yep.
morning and you even put it in the whole pack. And I know it said backup, send it to the state
Yep.
RLC, but I'm still in it trying to find that spot where you upload the picture.
Yep. So what I've been doing lately, and so like Lisa, I got the word back that yours and Chris's are going to process now. And so what I've been doing today, Jen, for a couple of people
Hmm.
is um, so Turbo Apps, IBA, and then you should have your congrats page, right? So in progress right now is
Hmm.
none submitted. So whoever is there submitted, if you go down here, like I mean, Lisa's here, so we'll use Lisa, right? If you
Hmm.
hit view congrats page, it should load. Well, anybody's load. It's being really dumb today. But if you hit view congrats page, it normally loads, and in there is a spot that says submit IBA documents. Click it, scroll down, and there's a spot for military document. Why in the world? It is just angry with me. I bet you it's been like awake too long. It gets really grumpy. Primerica, like POL, sometimes it's like a toddler, right? If it's been awake too long, it gets really grumpy. You like give it a nap, maybe give it a snack.
So I
Well,
just go into the recruit tracker and find the person or
no, the best way to do it is Turbo Apps, go to IBA.
no, okay.
If you try to do it
Got it.
from that side, then you may end up like the system might end up thinking that you're them and it won't let
Oh,
you.
okay.
Okay, so this is what you should see. And then right here where it says submit IBA documents, military documents. Upload now for fastest processing. It'll take you straight to your file system. If you're on your phone, it'll take you to your photo
Hmm.
or camera if you're right there with somebody. Super simple. But this system, for some reason, the last week or so has been not working. And so what I've been doing today is going to your Primerica mail, right? So this is the one that I just sent for Michelle Farr, right?
Hmm.
Where's Rhonda? Is she here in Florida?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. So Tennessee RLC. So Tennessee, right? RLC. Rhonda Collins, and then her rep ID, whatever it is, right? And
Hmm.
then military docs, and then attach it and just send a very plain email that says, this is the, military proof for Rhonda Collins, rep ID, IBA, please process. It's literally that simple.
Okay.
You can still try to upload it, Jen, but I called today for 4 different people with very different, like across the country RLCs, and they're all having issues with it.
Okay. I was just gonna see if it would even let me now that
Just
I'm
And
send,
if
just
in
send
it.
an
you
email.
and just text me if
Okay.
you need like a specific RLC or you're like, hey, can you send this over? Because once I send the emails, I'm turning around like calling them so they can process it. Like, be like, hey,
Hmm.
I just sent this to you. Please get it done.
Yep.
Okay.
So normally doing it through the app is like the preferred method because it goes faster. I think just
Hmm.
the volume of military document processing right now is just overwhelming the ROC. And so there's
Yeah.
somehow they're getting lost or they're not getting like all the way through. But then if you email and then have Angela call or email and call yourself, way faster,
Okay.
way faster.
Noah, will you pull up the website and show Emily where she can go to get business cards if she wants to actually purchase actual business cards?
Yeah. So
Uh,
through Primerica, right? Through the website, guys. If you are on POL, right? POL home, there should be a Primerica store, company store. I think this is it. If you haven't figured it out yet, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on inside of POL. So just scroll down, business cards, right? There's endless things, right? Business cards, and then what this does now, here's honestly what I would do, right? Because you may want it to be a different font or whatever, right? You can customize them, but there are like compliance wise things that have to be on it. And so if you don't care how like pretty it is, this is the easy button because it automatically populates. It's got your information on it automatically. Can't screw it up, right? If you want like I don't even know what company it is, Canva or I don't know, one of the pretty ones, right? Then copy this, take it over there and upload it into that. And then you can sort of like prettify it. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is, right? But you get it up, you church it up a little bit. But all of that information is what has to be on there because it's all compliant. And so like on the back, it has like all of my like investment stuff, right? And so like if you were not investment licensed, you would not have that block on there. I'm an investment advisor representative as well because I have a Series 65, so that would not be on there. So if you go click yours specifically, you'll see what yours would look like. Does that make sense? Okay. So
and then Emily, I
that's the easy part.
also dropped I don't know which merch you're thinking. If it's the red line one, I just put the swag shop in Telegram where you can get sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, all of that.
So there is also a company, there is like a Primerica store as well. So like that's just print. So like flyers and books and all that fun stuff. There's apparel, right? So like if you wanted to go get shirts or whatever, like it's endless. There's nonstop. There's so many things. I'm good. Thank you. Do not. Thank you. Yes. So like this is recognition. So like this is where we order plaques, right? So like the plaque that's behind Matt, if you can see him, the one that was behind me before there was the banner up there. This is where we order plaques. Like so if you come in person to the East Coast Builders School in January and you've gotten a promotion recently, like that's where we'll give you that. Like Primerica doesn't just do that, guys. We do that as a team. And so there's endless. Like we could dive into POL for like 3 more hours, but I'm tired. I've been doing this all day. Um, so, but that's where like I would just challenge you guys, like just go play around, right? You can't break it, right? Just go play around. You will find something, you will stumble into something, you will create more questions for yourself, which is great because come ask more questions. If you haven't gotten an East Coast Builder School ticket yet, you should, right? It's a $30 ticket. You get, even if you can't come in person, you get the Zoom live for Friday and Saturday. You get a full recording of the entire thing. There's going to be seven, I think eight now, different $1 million a year earners speaking, right? So like the end of the hype video before the meeting, that's the last builder school or maybe a couple, right? And yeah, anybody that does a life app between now and next Wednesday, so before Thanksgiving, right? Anybody that does any life app between now and next Thursday and Thanksgiving, good chance that you'll get your East Coast Builder School ticket reimbursed. Okay? Good chance. I'm just saying, I have it on authority that you'll probably get your ticket reimbursed. It's just an incentive, guys. If you're gonna do it anyway, let's do it. And field training counts, right? You don't have to be the writing agent. Field training counts. The writing agents, y'all better already have gotten your tickets. This is not for you. Because if you're writing, you're going to be making money. Yeah, Ricola, great job, bro, right? Got your ticket. Whether you're going to come or not, you're going to get a recording of it and it's going to be great training. Like, where else can you think of that you've gotten like a 2-day seminar and it cost you $30? That's I mean, that's almost unheard of, right? And if you did it before, it was only 25.
And
But
if you guys are thinking of coming in January, this is going to be the first time that Andy and Brittany have ever hosted a Redline year-end gala.
it's gonna be cool. I mean, black tie or black tie adjacent, it's whatever you feel like, right? Like dress up as much as you want. It could be a tuxedo or a tuxedo t-shirt, whatever you're feeling, right? But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Plus, it's January. Florida in January is probably where you want to be because I sure as heck don't want to be in like Michigan or New York or anywhere north, right? I'm not having it. So I'll be very happy that we're in Florida in January. So if you guys if you have questions on that, please like don't hesitate, reach out. I know sometimes I don't always talk about it. There's just always there's so much going on. But for real, take advantage of the incentives and all that right now. Get your ticket, right? Get your ticket reimbursed, get an app in and let's do this. Um, Lisa, I think I need to get you in Telegram still because I think you have not gotten into that. So you're missing just some of the like the normal like day-to-day daily stuff. So
Hey, will you show them before we go where to turn notifications on?
yeah. So I
While
don't
you just mentioned that, because there are still a bunch of new people on.
there's something going on when people join Telegram for whatever reason. Um, I don't think I can do it here. Let me share my phone because most people are going to be on from their phone anyway. For whatever reason, though, when Telegram or like when you're joining Telegram, like the chat is getting muted for some reason. And so come here. My Mac is being angry with me. I think I have too many things open.
That would not surprise me.
Hush
I've
you.
seen your tabs.
Shush. Shush. Okay, so this is my phone, right? And so like if I'm in Telegram right now, you can see like this chat, you see the little speaker with the little like right? It's muted. And so I'm in it, I can see the number of notifications in it, but the red line one is not muted. And so if for some reason, well, let me do it. So like look, now it's muted, right? So now like if a notification goes off, I'm never gonna know. Something will happen here. I don't know. So just go in and unmute and it'll be there and you'll actually get the notifications. It only is busy when we're busy, right? Like if we're welcoming somebody, we're posting, somebody that we helped, or there's a link or something coming, that's the only time it's in there. What's up, Lisa?
Hey, I did try to join it and it lets me go into it where it said Redline Atlas join group, but as soon as I click it, it says it can't open it because the address is invalid.
Well, that's weird.
So,
Let me just add you. Hang on. Or let me just try to add you.
okay. I was gonna message you about that.
And just remember, guys, Telegram is like our office. It's like if we were all in a building together, ask the questions there. If you're like thinking of it, if you're studying, if you're like, oh, why didn't I ask this at orientation? Put it in the chat. One of us will get to it or we'll reach out directly. Someone will answer the questions. We share all the links in there. We share motivational videos. I just put the video of Ian that Noah was talking about in there right as he was starting the meeting. It's lots of good information.
Lisa, I'll hit you up after this. It won't let me add you for some reason. But yeah, we'll get you taken care of. Don't worry.
And then will I be able to see like past information that's in there
Yep.
already?
As soon
Okay.
as you go in there, it's all everything should load once you're in. For
Okay.
sure. Yep. All right, guys. Well, hey, this was great. Did you guys like this tonight? A little more like hands-on, like how to do stuff versus just talking through. Okay, good. We will keep doing that. Send me ideas, right? Like especially if you guys have been around for a minute and you're like, man, I don't know how to do XYZ or I'm not super comfortable with it. Send it to me because I've been doing this for a long time. Sometimes I forget what y'all don't know yet. So send me that and we'll focus on that. But I really wanted to do this one tonight because I think that's what's been holding back a lot of just like the referral stuff for Legal Shield, home and auto, ID theft. It's just you got to know how to do it, right? So just go do me a favor tonight, go click buttons. You can't break the app, just go click it, right? Just go click it. So I'm out. I've got oh, Lisa, you're in. Boom. So you just finally joined Telegram. Now I can add you. I like it. Yeah, so I'll post a
Coach, I have
recording out for
one more thing to add before you close out.
What's up?
Just because we had one recent, Jen and I talked about forgetting because we're old and crusty. And with everybody new coming in, once you get licensed and you start writing apps, it's not 100% compliant, but we don't do health questions. We don't answer yes on child rider health questions
Yeah.
because we do not do underwriting on child riders. So unless it's something super heavy, like they actually actively have cancer or leukemia or something like that, if it's something simple, especially usually the first one is like premature birth, we're answering no to all child rider health questions.